Hello, it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. It is a stat holiday, so I got paid to sleep in and then lounge in bed scrolling on TikTok, and it was glorious. But I am up now and having to be a functioning human being. I am having toast. It's not particularly what I necessarily want to be having for my first thing of the day, but I want to test out the jam that I made yesterday. So here is the jam that was a little bit too much for the mason jars that I have. So I just put it into a 1 cup Pyrex measuring cup thing, and I put this as the lid, one of those silicone things from IKEA. So it wasn't like airtight sealed the way the mason jars were. So I put it in the fridge overnight just because I was a little bit worried. So it's set really well. You can see it's sort of, jiggly but not runny. And I was a little bit worried it wasn't going to be too runny when I was taking it from the pot and putting it into the mason jars. So this is good. One of the ones that sat overnight in the mason jar but didn't go in the fridge is here. And it seems like it's got a good consistency as well. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm going to test this one out. I can't taste the flavor, but I can at least tell if the texture is okay. And then I'm going to take some upstairs to a friend and ask them if they would please eat some jam to let me know if the flavor's all right, so that I know if I can actually give this jam away or if I just made a batch of something horrible, which would be unfortunate. But yeah, my counter is extremely cluttered because the burner that I did it all on, that the jam spilled over on, every time I think I have it clean, I find a new sticky patch. So I just keep having to clean it and re-clean it. So I actually haven't been able to use it for cooking because I'm sort of like, there's sticky jam in crevices still that I'm trying to get out. And I'm kind of worried that if I turn it on to cook something, it's going to start like burning it, or I don't know, can that light on fire? I have no idea. But anyways, I'm gonna put some of the jam on one of these pieces of toast. I will show it to you when it is done, and here's crossing fingers it worked out. Okay, so there, it has the perfect consistency when spreading it for jam. You can see took a little dent out of it. I don't usually put a lot of jam on anything when it has like the bits of fruit in it. I'm actually more of a jelly person. So this has it's supposed to be finely chopped up pieces of plum. I finally chopped them as best as I could. I don't have a very sharp knife, so I had some trouble with the skin, hence to me that's a pretty large piece of plum. So I will eat this. I'll let you know how it goes, and yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, but hopefully it's okay. It's 5:34 in the evening on Monday, and I'm about to have dinner. I thought I would try to redeem myself with the omelet. If you watched last week's What I Ate in a Week video, you'll know what I mean. This time it worked out. I did have some cheese ooze at the back, and I kind of picked it up off the pan and put it on the top right there, that little glob of orange. But other than that, structural integrity was kept. So I'm quite happy with it, and I'm doing a nice big portion of veggies. I did cut up one of the turkey bite sausage thingies into bite-sized pieces and mix it in with the veg. It was really just to kind of up my protein a little bit because I haven't actually eaten a lot today. I had the toast earlier, and now I'm having this. I really didn't know what I wanted for dinner. In between these two things, I made a plum cake with a crumble topping, which hopefully that video was already up, so you already know what I'm talking about with that. It has to cool to room temperature before being eaten, so it's upstairs at the friend's place who has the oven that let me bake it. The cake is actually for them, but I asked them before they cut into it that they have to let it get to room temperature and to let me know so that I can go up and take pictures of it once it's being sliced, because I want to see what it looks like on the inside. On the outside it looks great, so here's hoping it turned out. But yeah, here is my dinner. Quite looking forward to it, and of course I have a cup of tea to go with. Good morning. It is 8:40 in the morning on Tuesday, and it is the Tuesday that is masquerading as a Monday because we had the long weekend, so it's my first work day of the week. I'm having my oatmeal, but a little bit different than normal. So let's start with the tea because the tea is the same. So tea with a splash of milk. The oatmeal is still a half a cup of oatmeal, and I have put a tablespoon of brown sugar in there. But once it's thickened up a little bit, because it's still kind of runny for my preference and I like the thicker oatmeal, I will be adding some of the plum compote that I made. I made it yesterday. The video should be up by now, so it's somewhere on my channel. It should be. If I can remember, I'll put one of those little card things in the top corner for you. But yeah, so I made this plum compote. to finish off the last of the plums that I was baking with over the long weekend. And it's supposed to be good with things like waffles and pancakes, so I thought it might also be good with oatmeal. I tried it yesterday with some ice cream, and it's like tart versus sweet, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like it with the oatmeal because I'm not necessarily a tart morning person, but I do want to try it on here because it is one of the things that I think it might be okay with. But that is also why I added the brown sugar, just to add a bit of sweetness to balance out the tart. I don't know, my working theory on this could be very wrong. I don't make compote generally, so I don't really know what I'm doing with it in terms of eating it. But here we go. I think another minute or so for the oatmeal should get it thick enough. Then, yeah, some compote on top. Thought I would add a quick clip just to show you with compote on top. I know it doesn't really look appealing, the colors, and you know, it kind of looks like mush because that's kind of what compote is. But I don't know. It's just what it looks like. Maybe I made it wrong. I'm not sure. If you've made it before, let me know if you think it looks okay. Let's hope it tastes a little bit better than what it looks like in my bowl on this video clip right now. It is 3:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, and I'm about to have dinner. I'm so hungry. I got so hungry early in my shift, and I was just like, wait, just wait. You want to wait. Don't have a snack and ruin dinner. Do you ever have those days? So I have a nice big salad. It's the Green Goddess salad, so it has a vinaigrette. I am aware there are a lot of breadcrumbs on top of it. I was pouring them out and didn't intend to use them all, and then I did. And I had already put the dressing down, so they kind of stuck. But once they're all mixed in, maybe it won't seem like there's so many. I don't know. I already threw out the bag, unfortunately, so I can't read the description like I usually do. It's a bunch of different types of mixed greens. There's kale in there, unfortunately. Then it comes with breadcrumbs and a seasoning, and then the dressing. That's really about it. So nothing too special. And then I cooked up some of the puffed tofu, half a package, and I put a sweet Thai chili sauce on it, I think is what I picked. I was gonna put the tofu on the salad, but it was so hot that I was like, whatever part of the salad it touches is immediately gonna go all wilty. So I thought I would put it in a separate dish to protect the salad. And then of course I have a cup of tea. So there we go. And I'm very much feeling like, oh, I can't wait for dessert, as if the cake that I made the other day was for me and is in my kitchen. It is not. Just like the jam is not mine. There's a small amount that I have for me, but the rest of it is all like earmarked for people. Like I have nothing special outside of what I already had in the kitchen for dessert type items, but for some reason my brain thinks that I do, and it's like all gung-ho, already leaping ahead of eat your dinner and then you get dessert. So I'm gonna have to come up with something or I'll disappoint my tummy and my brain. Good morning. It is a little bit after 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I really had to think about that for a second. I'm about to have breakfast. My regular cup of tea, and then my oatmeal with half a cup of oats, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and then some of the plum compote that I made put on top. I'm aware it looks disgusting, but I tried it yesterday mixed in with the oatmeal. Like I mix it all up before I eat it. It was quite nice. I highly recommend making a fruit compote and mixing it in with your oatmeal. I do have a confession to make though. Yesterday after dinner, I was editing videos and I just started mindlessly snacking. And my mindless snacking resulted in me eating an entire chocolate bar. Yeah, like I can't even be like it was totally worth it or it was amazing or anything. I mean, the crunch was nice. We all know by now I'm all about the texture. So the crunch was lovely. I really could have stopped well before I got to the end of it and being perfectly satiated. But I just kind of kept eating away at it while I was editing and doing some other stuff. And then the next thing you knew, it was all gone. So yeah, that happened. But that was yesterday. So let's focus on today. And today I will try to do better. And doing better is starting with a healthy breakfast. It's 5:15 in the evening on Wednesday, and I'm about to sit down to a very light dinner. I had physio immediately after work, and I was running late, and I mean like later than normal for me, so I didn't have a snack. I forgot my water bottle. I didn't have a tea to drink in the car, nothing. Got there, it was a really hard session. And then on the drive home, all I could think was like, my head really hurts and I'm really tired and I want to have a nap. And I'd sort of gotten past the point of hunger and was feeling like a little unwell. Do you ever get that where you wait too long to eat and then you're like, oh, I don't feel good, but you know that you need to eat? So I decided to make a protein smoothie and a cup of tea, of course. But a protein smoothie, I bought the correct yogurt this time, so the 0% milk fat Greek yogurt, that oat milk that I'm giving a try to, some fruit, there's like half a banana, some frozen fruit in there, and of course the protein powder. And then I thought I'm gonna want something that feels a bit more solid, but still generally kind of light. So that dip that I make sometimes with the equal parts of Philadelphia light cream cheese and the Calorie Wise Miracle Whip with some dill mixed in, spread over top 2 pieces of bread with some cucumber slices. So this will be, I mean, I'm counting it as dinner. That's how I'm going to track it in the app. Or where I'm going to track it in the app, I should say. I'm probably going to end up having a snack later just because I can't imagine that this is actually going to get me through the rest of the day, with the only other thing that I've eaten so far being the oatmeal. But right now, this seems like plenty. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised and I won't want a snack later. It is 9:50 in the morning on Thursday and I made a hot breakfast on my lunch break. My work break. Sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. It's my fridge. It's been making that sound nonstop since yesterday. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's going to send me to the loony bin soon. But until then, one must eat. So I had an avocado that I absolutely had to use today, and for some reason I just really wanted to make like a different breakfast than my oatmeal, and I decided why not. So it's 2 pieces of toast with avocado that I kind of cubed roughly and spread out on top. There's some Kewpie mayo on top of the avocado, and then you can see one piece got cheese. It was a very last minute decision, so it's not very melty because by this point a lot of the heat had dissipated from the toast and the egg, unfortunately. And then I've got the eggs on top. I purposely cooked them so that the yolks won't be as runny as I usually like them because I am working and I want it to be a less messy meal, because I'll be eating this while sitting at my desk. So here we go. Here is my breakfast. I don't think I'm ever going to do this during the workday again because making it while keeping an eye on my work stuff just felt very stressful and I did not care for it, even though I'm sure I will love the food. It is almost 6:30 in the evening on Thursday and I am never making a big breakfast like that during the workday again. I forget that when I eat something big like the avocado toast that I made earlier with the egg and whatnot, like my body wants to nap when it's digesting. It gets tired and lethargic and doesn't really want to do much, but I still had a work day to get through. And then also for some reason, like it didn't make me feel sick. I didn't cook something wrong and food poison myself or anything. But when I finished work, I was not at all hungry. Like I was still fully like, ooh, I don't need food. And I'm like, but dinner? So I had a diet root beer, which I didn't video because I really only show you things with points, and was like, it's fine. I'll just eat a little, eat a later dinner. And then it really hasn't happened. And I don't know, Matt, like I'm nibbly, but I'm not hungry. I have no desire to cook. I'm tired. I don't know. So I'm making very poor decisions right now. I have another cup of tea because caffeine is clearly always the solution to this problem. I pulled out from my UK stash a package of the cheese and onion crisps by Walker's. Truly one of the greatest inventions, potato chip wise. So here's nutritional information. Oop, nope, oh no, I lost it. I had it. There you go. Okay. So there you go. It's a little more bag than if you were buying the individual portion bags here in Canada. I can't remember when I was over there if I saw the individual bags that were more the size that you would see in a Canadian shop or not, because this one was actually like 6 little bags inside one really big bag, so they're designed for, like your lunchbox or whatever. I like buying them like that because I don't eat a lot of chips in any one go, so I want the small ones, but I also want multiple bags of the small ones because you also can't get this flavor here. And yeah, I can't recall if their small bags are actually like this small when you buy them as a one-off, or if they're a little bit bigger and kind of match what we do. Considering the entire world basically has an obesity problem, I'm guessing they're bigger, so that this bag size might be like a little bit smaller. Either way, if you are ever over there and you have an option for cheese and onion flavored crisp, I recommend. You should definitely try. And then I made some toast, and normally I wouldn't because I already had toast today, and I try to cap myself at 2 pieces of bread in a day. But I really just no idea what I wanted to eat, and I needed something besides just the crisps. So it's 2 pieces of toast. My toaster is dying, so it barely toasted the bread, even though it was on like the second to the top highest setting, which is unfortunate. And then the weird little lumps that you see on there is some of the plum jam that I made spread on the toast. So it's not really a meal, it's just a weirdly timed and weirdly combined types of food item snack situation, but it is what it is. Good morning. It is a little after 8 in the morning on Friday, and I am having my last workday breakfast of the week. I know that it was a short work week because Monday was a statutory holiday, but it felt super long for some reason. So yes, I'm so glad it's Friday. Yay! The day is going to be long, but then the weekend will be here, and I feel like I have earned the weekend. So I've gone back to basics with my breakfast. Yesterday's foray into making something a little bit more elaborate, I did not enjoy. It was stressful to get it made even though I was on my break, it felt like stressful. I didn't like it. I don't know how people do that when they work from home, take time to go and like cook a meal. No, I just kept thinking like, phone call's gonna come, or I'm gonna get an urgent email and I'm gonna have to step away and I'm gonna burn something, and I just no. So I've gone back to the basics, like all the way back to the banana on top of my oatmeal. It's a half cup of oats with 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I do still have some of the plum compote left. I was using that on the oatmeal this week. And it does have to be used, I think it was like maximum 7 days out from when it was made. So I'm going to have to finish it this weekend. But I really just wanted a banana on my oatmeal, and I didn't think the banana and the compote would necessarily go well together. So this is the breakfast. I'm of course having it with a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. There's not enough caffeine to get me through today, so there's going to be copious amounts of tea happening in my world. And yeah. So I'm going to go back, continue working, eat this lovely meal, and just dream about going to bed tonight and knowing I don't have to have the alarm set for 5:15 tomorrow morning. It is 5:30 in the evening on Friday, and I'm about to do a thing that I never do and eat in my car. It's freaking me out. I hate eating in my car. I don't do it. I love my car, and I don't want food smells or dropped food. But I don't want to commit to paying for parking where I'm at quite yet. I have an activity that I'm doing tonight, but it has a tendency to get canceled last minute because of people not being able to come last minute. And if you don't have a right number of people, you can't do the activity. So I've had a couple times where I paid for parking and then it's being canceled, and I don't want to do that again. So I've sent out messages to the group to see if we have confirmed numbers and we have enough people. But until I hear back, I am not leaving my car. So I'm going to eat my food in my car because I am actively quite hungry, and it's been a half an hour drive since I bought the sub, so it's just cooled down considerably. It is a sweet onion chicken teriyaki crunch. It was one of the ones on their new menu, so you don't really like do a lot. They just they follow a set thing for making it. But she asked me so many questions, I basically made it anyways. It was just, the only part I really didn't was like the chicken that they chose was automatic because of the one that I picked. And these little like crunch things that at the time that I got, I thought would be brilliant because I like crunch, but they're probably soggy by now. So it has lettuce, tomato, cucumber, green pepper, jalapenos, chicken, a white cheese. It's on a 6-inch multi-grain bun, and it has the crunchy bit that I don't know what the crunchy bits actually are. So I will see, Subway used to have a nutrition calculator on their website that you could plug in exactly what you build for your sub, and it breaks it down and gives you all the calorie information, so then you can get an accurately pointed sub from that. I used to do that like back in the day, and I had like a go-to that I always did for building my own sub, so I just knew what it was going to be points wise, and it came out, I think at the time it was like 10 or 11 points. I think this one would be more because of the crunchy bits. And the chicken, well, the chicken should be 0, but I don't know about the marinade that it's in. But I don't know. Offhand, I'm going to assume it's around 10 or 11 points. But when I get home tonight, I will see if Subway still has that nutrition calculator and see if I can't actually figure it out. It is 10:24 in the evening on Friday, and I'm going to have a snack, and this is so not what I feel like eating. I really want protein. Like, I'm hungry. Like, meal worthy hungry, but it is 10:30 at night and I'm not cooking. I'm just not. Like, I'm just not. So I went scouring, trying to find something that I had that was protein, but a snack, and I don't have anything. So I'm gonna have to work on that. So for now, I've pulled out a granola bar. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna eat it or not. I have tea. I need to take the tea bag out. And I put together some ice cream with some plum compote, which is probably ridiculous because it's 10:30 at night and I want to go to bed soon, and it's basically all sugar. And why in the world would I let myself be having this but not put in the effort to go and get something with protein and have like a healthier snack? And I have no answers for you beyond this was easy to put together. I need to use the compote up before like its expiration date, and I'm not cooking. So it's really all I've got. So I put the yogurt, geez. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized I have yogurt and I should have had yogurt, but this is already in the bowl. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I'm having the ice cream with the compote, and then after I put it in the bowl, I opened up the cupboard because I was just like, this isn't going to be enough. I want something else. Do I have anything else? And I remembered I didn't remember. I came across my stash of granola bars. So I pulled out one of those because even though, yes, like it's processed, blah, 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 it's, I think, going to be a little bit more filling than, say, the Melty Lovely ice cream. So I'm going to eat the ice cream first because it will melt, and it's already in the bowl. So if I don't eat it, it's just going to get wasted. And then if I'm still hungry, I will have the Fiber One granola bar. I just don't know if I still will be hungry for it after I've had the ice cream. But it's a possibility. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect to be this hungry by the time I got home. This is my last evening like this for a while, so it won't happen again. But I need to remember that I got this hungry by the time I came home and plan better for next time.